I'm Davy, and I'm awesome. And welcome to Davy's Awesome Stories, where I tell a story from my past or go on a rant in an effort to make you laugh. In the many years that I've worked in customer service, many crazy things have happened, and I'm going to share one today, kind of like I shared one last week. This was several years ago. I was a supervisor over the cashiers on the graveyard shift, and I was actually very new to this. This was within my first couple of months doing it. Now, one thing that sucked at the time is we were very understaffed on the overnight shift. So this particular night, I was supposed to have two cashiers there and myself. One of those cashiers called off, so it was just a cashier and me, which meant that when the cashier went to breaks or lunch, guess who got to fill in? So it was during that time period, the hour that my cashier was on lunch. I'm at the register, the only register open, by myself, and I'm ringing people up. It's actually a fairly busy night, not terribly, but fairly. And then, out of nowhere, I get the line down. I'm standing there. I've got a moment of peace to start doing some of my other projects that I have to work on in between the customers. And one customer walks up to me all panicked like, hey, excuse me, where's my cart? Uh, what? My cart. I left my cart over here with all my stuff in it to go get something real quick, and now it's gone. Now, where he had left his cart, I was at the one register that was open. It was 4 registers away, and he had kind of pushed it into the registers so that people, I guess, would not mess with it. But people, that's not a good idea. Because here's the thing, if we walk by and see that, we generally go about putting that stuff back if there's nobody around, because more often than not, that just means that somebody decided, you know what, I don't want all this stuff anymore and I'm leaving. So I asked him, how long ago did you leave that cart there? It was about 30 or 40 minutes ago. I went to go get ice cream and got distracted by some other stuff. And I will tell you this, I never ever will understand it. None of you are going to explain it to me, because I've had people try to explain to me like how they just decided when they got to the register they needed one more thing, so they left their cart and went to go get it. Why? Why didn't you just take your cart with you to go get the item you needed? The cart has wheels, it'll go with you. But very often, when somebody's cart goes missing, it's because they decided they wanted something and didn't want to take the cart with them. It's not like once you get to the register area, if you want to go back, you have to pick the cart up and hoist it on your shoulders. And then even worse, they sit there and get mad that it got put away or something by us when they say like they went to go get something, but admit they were gone for like 30, 40 minutes. So why wouldn't we assume that somebody had just abandoned the cart? Because seriously, to go get one or two things shouldn't take you that long. It should take you a couple minutes, and that is the truth. We usually wait a couple minutes. We'll go like, okay, that might not be abandoned. Let's just wait and see if somebody comes back. But after a few minutes, we start looking at it and go like, okay, we don't want this stuff to go bad, so we're going to put it back now. So based on this, I'm looking at the time and saying, okay, I've been at the register by myself for about 20 minutes. So maybe before he left, she saw his cart, assumed it was abandoned, and brought it over here to be sorted. Because this was the thing about this particular cashier. This particular cashier was awesome. She could multitask like nobody's business. You wouldn't think, looking at her, that she was going to be such a good worker because she was a, tiny little old lady, but she was fantastic at what she did. And whenever she was on a register, she had a great way of being able to take care of the customers and run over and sort things that needed to be put back simultaneously. I honestly miss this woman very much. She's sadly no longer with us. So I tell him, sir, I think my cashier might have seen your cart and assumed it was abandoned and put your stuff over here to be put away. Do you want to come look? To which he says, why can't you people ever leave my cart alone? Which tells me this is not the first time this has happened to him. So whose fault is this really? Ours for assuming that a cart was abandoned, or yours for not learning from your mistakes? But he keeps going. When you guys see a cart, why can't you just leave it alone? Sir, that's actually our job. People abandon carts all the time. All the time. People just decide, you know what, never mind, I don't want this, and they leave the cart there. We have to put stuff back. Now, would you like to come over here and see if we can find your stuff and get you rung up and on your way? Because I understand it's late, you're cranky, and you want to go home. So he goes over, he looks, and he can't find a single thing that was his. Not a single thing. And now he's even more angry, and he's coming over to tell me this. None of my stuff is in here. Really? Well, I don't know then. What do you mean you don't know? I mean just that. I don't know. I seriously doubt the cashier did anything with it, because if she had done something with it, she would have brought it over here and sorted it. Because it's not like she can leave the register to go put that stuff back. One of the people stocking or cleaning, if they saw your cart, would have just ignored it. One of the upper managers, my bosses, would have just told me it was there. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened to your cart then. Well, did some other customer take it? You know what? That is a possibility. That could be what happened. A customer might have taken it. Maybe they're still around if you want to go look. I don't want to go around looking. Can you just make a page or something? What exactly would I page in that situation, sir? You think I'm going to get on the intercom and be like, "Attention customers! If you grabbed a cart that just happened to have stuff you want in it, that was somebody else's, please bring it back to the front." And of course, he's getting mad. He's saying I have an attitude, which I don't. I'm just being realistic. Like, what am I going to do about that? I'm not going to get on the intercom and announce it to the entire store that somebody may have taken your stuff. But he's going on and on. He's insistent that we have to do something about it. So the only thing I can think to do is tell one of my bosses who's walking around the store over my little radio and see if they're willing to go around and see if they can find somebody walking around with a cart with that stuff in it. So I ask him, "Okay, what was in your cart, sir?" And he starts listing some of the stuff that was in his cart. There was a 12-pack of orange Gatorade, a cube of Dr. Pepper, some spaghetti noodles. What? At that moment, it became clear to me what happened, but I didn't know what to say to him. So I basically just sat there like, "Did you see that stuff?" Yes, sir. Everything you're describing does sound very familiar. Did somebody take my cart? I believe so. I do very much believe that they did. Who took my cart? Well, sir, I don't know the customer's name, and I'm really struggling with the way to tell you this. But, sir, some drunk guy bought your stuff. So let me let you guys in on this. Literally a couple of minutes after the cashier had left, this bumbling drunk came up. Could hardly understand him, most of what he said, very incoherent, but he came up with a cart with pretty much everything this guy had just described in it. And he was very easy to remember, not just because he was drunk, but he was so bumbling around putting stuff up there that I eventually came around my register and just put it up there for him. And not to mention, he was just incredibly annoying. We had a line of people. He's holding them up because I'm having to tell him like the total over and over again, and he's handing me little bits of money, and I'm having to tell him, "Okay, you need to hand me more, da-da-da." His total was actually pretty expensive. It was over $150 worth of stuff. And the drunk guy never made any fuss or anything. He just kept handing me money until he got to enough, took his receipt and left. And I even remember thinking, I hope this guy doesn't drive away, so I offered to call him a taxi, to which he just drunkenly went like, and got on the radio and asked the manager above me to do just that. Call him a taxi. And I informed this to the guy that just lost his cart. And all he can do is ask me, "So, this drunk guy came up with my cart, with my stuff, and you just let him buy it?" Well, yeah, of course I let him. There wasn't anything in there that he can't buy. Like, if there was alcohol in there, I could have denied that to him because he was already drunk and that's illegal. But you had no alcohol. No matter how inebriated he is, it's not illegal for him to buy snacks and sodas and stuff. So all my stuff has been bought. Yeah, it looks that way. And taken away. Yeah, he left like a good 20, 30 minutes ago. I can't believe this! Me neither. This is a first for me. And I can't help but laugh. That a drunk guy just saw a cart and went, "Okay, I'll take all this." It also makes me laugh of when the guy sobered up, looked around his apartment and asked,
When did I buy Dr. Pepper?
So you may be asking, like, what did this guy do? Did he go back into the store and get all of his stuff again? No. Did he buy the couple of things that he had brought up that he left his cart for in the beginning? No. He got angry and just went, you know what? I don't want anything. I'm leaving. Now you may be asking, did I ever see him again? Yes, I did. And you may also be asking, did he at least learn his lesson and not abandon his cart somewhere? No, he didn't. Only difference was next time I saw him, I took the liberty of grabbing his cart, putting it near us so we could watch it, and told the cashier, don't put that stuff back. So the moral of this story, keep your cart with you. So there you have it. That's my story this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure to hit like. Hit subscribe. Hit that little bell so you get notifications for when I post new videos. And leave a comment. Tell me if you've ever had a crazy situation remotely like this. Love you guys.